Manufacturing sales, it's hard. It's really, really hard. But it's something that all of us business owners, especially manufacturing business owners, need to do a lot more of. I've spent my entire career really obsessing about new business development. It's the lifeblood of any business, certainly of a small manufacturing company under 50 people. I'm here back again, Northeast Ohio, beautiful day. The Guardians, man, what a win yesterday. We'll see if the Browns can come together here on Sunday. They're not doing so well. But I'm committing to making a few more of these videos and talking to everybody about what it's like to buy a manufacturing company, 40-year-old manufacturing company, and what it really takes day to day to run the company, keep the employees happy, keep the cash coming in, paying the bills. But today, I want to talk about sales and manufacturing, or technical sales. I'm not a machinist by trade or an engineer. I'm a business person. I'm proud to say that. But I've been around long enough and certainly self-taught and asked a lot of questions over the years about machining and engineering and building machines. So I'm just dangerous enough to get myself around a shop and ask the right questions. But that's the key here, is asking the right questions of the customers. What's important to them? What's not important to them? You get a set of drawings and, you ask the design engineer or the buyer, what's important? Oh, it's all important. Well, yes, okay, I understand that. But let's get down to the bottom of this. Let's focus in on what's important. That's one of the keys to really good technical sales. And you're never going to have all the answers as well. So you really got to lean on your guys in the shop to help you navigate those drawings. And that's touchy because, the guys in the shop, they want to throw chips. They want to make a quality part. They don't want to be involved with estimating. Quite frankly, they don't want to be on the hook because probably in their career, they've had someone ask them, how long is this going to take to machine? And they give a number and then it's wrong. And then the business owner comes down hard on them. That's a horrible way to go. So you got to be very collaborative. You have to use the right tact, tone, and tenor when you're working with your people in the shop and within your network to get the answers you need in a timely fashion. We don't all have them. Because again, what's most important is that we're shipping a quality product in a timely fashion. That's all the customer cares about. And that leads me to another topic, I guess, with sales, and I guess this would be marketing or branding, is I hate to break it to everybody out there, but the customer does not care what machines you have, how old they are, how good they look, and all the fancy stuff that comes with them. Yeah, it's great for the marketing and branding of LinkedIn and TikTok, but in the end, the customer does not care if you take a hammer and a chisel to a piece of metal and make that product to specification and ship it out in a timely fashion. They are happy. I think we all need to understand that a little bit more, myself included. I certainly love the branding and marketing and the technical sales aspect out there. But again, we really need to be focusing on what's important to the customer. And if we do that, then we can all, as small business owners, move more quickly through the sales process, the quoting process, get those new orders. Again, the customer does not care what machines you have. They just want a quality product in a timely fashion. They also want to work with people they like, people they trust. They want transparency. And the way you go about doing that, creating trust and transparency, is asking the right questions and making sure that you get back to people in a timely fashion if you're searching out that answer for the customer. So while this whole process is going along, you're literally building up trust with your customer. Because a lot of the times I have found that you start asking the questions, peeling back the onion, the buyer, the technical buyer, the design engineer maybe wasn't even thinking about that aspect of the assembly or putting the machine together, or what truly is critical within that part. It's all about asking the right questions. And that's how you gain trust. One of my core values here at Bain Machine is transparency leads to trust, and trust leads to happiness. It's very, very simple. It works with employees, suppliers, customers, hell, family. It's a good personal value, quite frankly. Transparency leads to trust, and trust leads to happiness. But again, sales and manufacturing is really, really hard, especially new business. I mean, new business is the lifeblood of any company, large or small. We all get caught up in the repeatable business, the core foundation, the customers that are paying the bills. But the realities is if you want to grow and you want to be profitable, you have to find new business. And, what's also hard about new business development is that, these things can take months, years. The sands of time move very, very slowly with new business development, but you got to do it. You have to be very, very consistent about doing it. Just a little bit every day, right? Just 0.1% better a day, consistent. You don't even have to be great, just consistent, just average, just good. Work on it a little bit. But one piece of advice I have for everybody out there, I guess I've learned the hard way and found success, is that once you're working this process, you may have that dialed in. And lo and behold, the customer goes, great, we'd love to give you this business. And then you got to be ready to take it, though. That's the funny part about this is you work the process, you stay consistent, you build up the trust, and then the customer goes, great, here it is, here's the order. And you have to be willing to take it. And that's scary, because generally new business is something you probably have to get some new tooling for. It's a different setup. Maybe you're used to working with stainless and now you got to work with some titanium. Speeds and feeds are different. It's tough, but you have to be ready to take those risks in new business, because generally it's not going to be a perfect fit. If it was that easy, the customer likely would have already sourced it to somebody else. They're looking towards you because there is a challenge to be solved. So keep that in mind, is even all good intentions, building up a great process, you have to be willing to say yes to the new business. And that's what I've prided myself on is taking those risks. Even here at Bain Machine, in the first couple months, I've certainly taken some risks already. They've worked out well. But again, I take those risks because I am obsessed with talking to the machinists, the engineers, the technical buyer, and taking mental notes, working the process, being transparent as humanly possible, building up that trust. Again, transparency leads to trust. Trust leads to happiness. It's very important in sales and manufacturing. Again, I'm going to try to keep up with these videos on a daily or every few days, or certainly on a weekly basis, and talk about different aspects. But sales and manufacturing is so important. Machinists, there's competing priorities. I'll leave you with this, is that as a machinist, you're generally just not a good salesperson, and that's not any fault of that machinist. They just don't have the exposure, the practice, the decades of practice and of talking to people in different settings, whether they're wearing a suit or they're wearing their Carhartt jacket, they're dirty from the foundry, maintenance people, C-level suite. They just don't have the experience. And but you have to do it. And then me as a business person, I'm not a machinist by trade, so I certainly need to lean on others. But I've certainly worked at my craft. But I ask the questions. But again, to everybody out there in small business manufacturing, trying to grow and get new business, man, just stay consistent. Work at it. A little bit every day, a little bit every other day, and again, I understand there are other financial motives, cash flow is important, but over the months and years, if you can survive it out, man, you are going to have more than enough opportunities. There's no lack of opportunities right now. That's what I tell people. There's just no lack of opportunities. You just have to dig in, stay calm, work the process, and be ready to accept the new business. Again, appreciate you guys following me. I'm going to try to make some more of these videos, try to keep you updated on Bain Machine, and hopefully, I guess, give some advice on my experiences. They're mine. Everybody has different ones. Again, appreciate you following me. Thanks.